Helldivers, I am bringing with me some awesome news. That is right, we are getting a brand new update, the Siege Breakers. It is looking fantastic. We've covered some of the items in this Warbond previously, but we're going to have to dive in and really break it down for you, so let's go. So before we dive fully in, obviously this is a Siege Breaker type of Warbond, and with it comes items that are going to be able to allow us to break through heavily fortified areas. Now, what does this remind us of, friends? Well, this looks to be like Phase 1 of Factory World should be kicking off, and I'm very excited for that. So if you don't know what that brings, you're going to have to take a look at some of the other previous videos, because there's some interesting things on the way, including some super bases to take on, giant enemies, all that good stuff. But, let's continue on to these weapons themselves. So the first thing that I'm going to have to talk about is the Trident, because this is a fan favorite from HD1. We covered it on the channel before, and we showed off some different gameplay, which I'm going to show again over here. But this thing is a beast. As you can see, it rips through the enemies. It has two different firing modes to it. You can, fire it fast to get out a lot of bullets at once, or fire it more slowly to make sure that you are being a little bit more precise, because there is a 3-beam spread with this one. But all in all, this thing looks like it's going to be pretty heavy hitting on the battlefield. I think this one's going to be a medium armor penetrating weapon. We don't know for sure just yet, but it does kind of appear that way. The next is going to be the belt-fed grenade launcher. Now, when this first leaked, everyone was pretty excited about it. We're all wondering, hey, what's the fire rate going to be like? Are we going to have a ton of ammunition for this thing? How heavy hitting is it going to be? Well, we can at least tell from the video over here that it's obviously able to take out the chaff pretty easily, like, your MG Raiders and things like that. But also your Devastators, your medium-class units, it looks like you can easily take them out as well. We'll have to test it out on the larger units to see how effective it could be, but for now, with a consistent rate of fire and some good impact damage, I'm probably using this one. The next item is for all of our melee-loving Helldivers out there like myself. Now, this is going to be a devastatingly effective hammer, yes. This is an explosive hammer, you wield it out, you jump on enemies, it has impact damage, it destroys everything in its way. And as you can see, this thing can even take out Hulks if you're hitting them in their weak spot from behind. I can't wait to use this to see what is the overall impact damage this thing brings, what's the explosive value to it, and, how much fun is it going to be to use on the battlefield, but this is going to be a day one use for sure. Then we're getting a new expendable RPG. That is right, the EAT 411 Leveler. This thing looks like you're shooting out basically like a mini hell bomb. The explosive value looks enormous. As you can see over here, it's wiping out the base as well as taking out a factory strider with it, and anyone else that kind of gets caught up in this explosion. We'll probably only get one of it, so we'll have to, get resupplies to reload ourselves, or have someone with a supply pack running around to help feed us in if we're going to want to have, some really good strategies out there. But this looks super exciting, friends. I can't wait to field test this. And then we've also talked about this before, but we have video of it now in this, and that is going to be the throwable portable shield. That is right. It's now going to be a new type of throwable for us. We throw it out. It has a very small radius, as you can see over here, but enough to fit a couple Helldivers. We don't know how strong the shield is or how long it will last, but pretty interesting. It's going to have some niche gameplay for sure, but when you're in a bind, especially on D10 missions, especially those commando missions, because they get a little bit crazy sometimes, throw this thing out, get yourself protected while killing everything in your way, and get going. But friends, we're also going to be getting two brand new armors, and that is going to be the Head First and the Ram. From the running animations and from the look of them, they both appear to be heavy armor. That's right, yes. Two sets of heavy armor within the same Warbond seems a little interesting, so maybe the Head First could be medium armor, but the way that these running in that video makes it look like it's a heavy armor run animation. I know I play a lot of heavy armor type of builds for when I'm on the battlefield, so that's what it looks like to me, but I could be wrong on that. But friends, it looks great. I was very excited when these two armors first leaked out. I was like, they're kind of coming together. I wonder what the full look's going to be. And then the look overall looks great. I can't wait to be using these and maybe customizing them with different helmets as well. But hopefully you're as excited for these new armors as I am. But also don't forget, friends, that we're going to be getting new capes, new titles, new emotes, new banners. So you know what normally comes with a good Warbond. It all looks beautiful. I cannot wait to use this. One other thing that we definitely have to take note of, at the very end of the Warbond trailer, there is a confidential transmission going out with a camera breaking. That is another thing that is making me believe that we've come across now new enemy units, maybe some new type of intel on the factory worlds themselves, and the automatons are trying to keep us away from it. That is why I'm speculating over here, tinfoil hats, friends, yes, that I do believe that we are entering phase 1 of Factory Worlds. So once again, if you want to learn more about Factory Worlds, go check out one of our previous videos because we've talked about it a lot. And, you know, friends, that's all I have for you today. So if you liked it, please be sure to like, subscribe, use those hype points, all the good stuff, because it helps us out. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.